So we need to make a State of the Union address here. So I went online and I watched a playthrough of this part. A guy that had a no-death playthrough. And he beat it by... I guess right, I can't go back. Oh my god, that's right, I can't go back. He beat it by... using the spear. And he did kind of fight him, but it was more defensively. Just when he got near, you poke him away. That was his strategy. Now, this guy had a much longer life bar than me, so he must have found a bunch of hidden. He must have had a bunch of hidden, life extensions. He also had 2 healing items, including one full health bar. One of the good ones. So, I can't go back and grind. I can't get better armor or upgrade my weapons or get more health balls. I have to fight this guy. And I have to do it with this amount of health. So the only option here, as I see it, is just to get good. And while I hate to have to do that, it might be the only way. So I gotta actually figure out how to play this game. And pretty much do it without getting hit, I think. And the only other option is to start over, because the save point, there's no going back from that save point. So it is quite a conundrum. He also stayed in kind of the middle screen, which I thought that was one of the strategies I was thinking of, because when you're running around and the camera's changing, it's really hard to keep track of them.
Your eyes betray you. What? Your eyes reveal that you are thrilled to encounter a man who is stronger than you.
Whatever.
So, let's get started. My name is Gogandantis, the greatest swordsman of all demons.
So you say.
I just can't get out of that corner. I can't... I shouldn't have went on that screen either. turning into a pretty bad attempt. Got to get used to that. Like using this. You can't even like. Everything, he interrupts everything. Like he wins all. Even if you hit him, you're not gonna kick me to death. Oh man, McTeddy, you've come in my time of need. How you doing? Yes. Please choose game level normal. Sure, I want to resume the game in normal level. Yes, of course I do. What? Do you want to see the magic jet ski cutscene? I'll play it for you. Well, I'll summarize. We're at a boss fight. And can't go back. So I can't go back and... hold on a second. So we can't go back. I have about half of my health bar. And you can't beat him. You just have to survive. And like I said, just as the stream was starting, I watched this part of a playthrough. And the guy, he used the spear to kind of keep him at a distance. And he did have to like fight him and hit him a little bit. But he had a much bigger health bar than me. It was full. And he had 2 healing items. I have no healing items.
Reveal that you are thrilled to encounter a man who is stronger than you.
Whatever.
So, let's get started. My name is Gogandantis, the greatest swordsman of all.
I mean, he's a good swordsman.
So you
I can
say.
tell you that. Let's see what happens here. We just sit here? Maybe if we're not aggressive. Look at this. Jeez. I want to get on the screen. I'm starting to get a hang of this, like, lock-on movement. A little bit. He does have a cool name, yeah. That's probably the best I've ever done, actually. Or, well, actually, I don't know how good I'm doing because I'm not sure how much you have to hit him or if it's just a taunt. Like, you know, in the playthrough that I watched, the guy did hit him, but how necessary was it? I don't know. You can't beat him. Like, you can't win this battle. You have to just survive. what's I mean, what's really bad is you can't go back. Like, I can't go back. Like, you save down here and you're stuck. Like, whatever you got, that's it. There's no. You could really, you can really kind of screw yourself if you don't know this is coming. So, I mean, the conclusion was that the only thing left to do now is just to get good. Right? Like, what else is left? Something I've learned... Oh, I got him. Something I kind of learned here is that... So the R1 is your kind of lock-on run, your movement. And your L1 is your block. L1 always supersedes R1. So you can always be holding this 3D or lock-on movement. And then you can, if you press block, it will always block. It will override it. So look at this. I mean, am I doing good here or what? Is this good? I managed to get some orbs out of him, by the way. Stabbed him from behind. Can't even afford to get kicked, really. I'm just concentrating. I'm trying not to. I don't want to talk too much. It's crap. Do this all day, buddy. All day and all night. Oh, what's this? Get out of here. What's this? I don't know what to do. Oh, yeah. Just want to get out of here. I'm just trying to get out of here. Thank you. No. Oh, I'm not dead. You like the automatically full heal everything? And it keeps taunting me like this, too, by the way. I hate this. Was it Metal Gear that did this? Metal Gear Solid? Like, every time, like, after you die, like, a certain amount of times, it asks you if you want to go to easy. And it's only, like, 3 times or something. And now, every single time, you have to say, do you want to do normal? Yes. Are you sure you want normal? Yeah, I want normal. Like, what? And for God's sake, the save is on this side of the cutscene. At least you can skip the cutscenes. Yeah, so I don't know how long I'm going to stream this. It's going to depend on my my level of serenity and tranquility. I do feel I'm getting better, though. Clearly, that last run was my best. Well, my longest. Whether it's my best, I have no idea because I don't know what the win condition is. I don't know if you have to hit him. Oh, look at that. Just trying to get out of here, by the way. It screws me up. Like, the controls are hard to wrap my head around. That's my problem. Because when you do this, your controls change relative to him. So they're always relative tank controls to him. And it's really hard to, like, to make him go left on the screen, I gotta press right. But now I'm pressing right to make him go right. You see what I'm saying? So it's a bit, you know. But right now, I'm in good spirits. Everything's fine. We're not panicking. I still think this is a good game. I think it's better than the first one. All that stuff. So how have you been, McTeddy? Tell me about the current things. I'm taking a just a relax break, a chat break, just for 30 seconds. Yeah, it isn't the best. Pretty uneventful. You know what? Uneventful is probably, honestly, a good thing. Trying to get back into watching wrestling? Oh my God, why? Wrestling's so bad now, man. It's just so bad now. I just can't do it. You should just do what I do and just peruse old matches on YouTube. And then you'll be like, oh man, wrestling was so good. Like, I've been watching wrestling from the 40s and the 50s. Even that's pretty good. Like, my peak wrestling time was 90s All Japan. 90s All Japan wrestling. That's, the further you are from that, which is everyone now, the further you are from that, oh man, you have to watch that. That's the most, like, that is the most sport wrestling has ever been. It was so good. All the great, all the so you can get around him, you can hit him from behind and get some orbs out of him. I mean, and that might be a way to get some health, but that's the odds of losing health is way more. I wish this guy would cut it. So that move, by the way, that just about to say that one. That's unblockable. You can't block that move. You have to sidestep it or be out of range. He does have a swordsman stance, doesn't he? This is very classy. Just stand there. I wish this guy would just stand there for 10 minutes so that I can win. I mean, the other option, and it's not an option, I mean, the third option, besides just getting good and resetting the game, is putting it to easy. Although, who knows? It probably doesn't affect this too much. This is like a weird thing. It's not a real fight. Can't see myself. What? He was in his anim. See, like, he cancels his animation to block it. That is some BS. There is some sort of parry. I think I tried to look it up in the book. Oh, you want to see a 90s Japanese wrestling match that I think is good? I mean, so much. All Japan. New Japan was good too, but All Japan was like king to me. The king of sports. It was so good. The indie stuff, yeah. I had like, so like in the 90s, I had that, and I had ECW. And at the time, like, I really thought, you're like 90s ECW is wild. Like, it's absolutely, it's all, some of that stuff should all be on YouTube. I also recommend, there's these guys on YouTube, OSW Review. They're Old School Wrestling Review. And they're very entertaining. And it is interesting. Like, they tell you a lot of really interesting things about the old, they follow all the old WrestleManias and everything like that. It's a pretty good watch. The early stuff, like the production value, is a little rough. Like, you have to kind of put up with that for a little while, but it gets better. See, I think, to me, if you want me to rant about wrestling, we can rant about wrestling, because I'm not getting anywhere in this boss. But for me, that's where it as soon as everyone started, like, the whole, and obviously, like, Vince came out and he said wrestling was fake. And that sort of really opened the door. Like, obviously, all during wrestling, people have always wondered whether or not it's real, but it wasn't like a big deal to people. But once Vince did that, now, to be fair, no one was stopping any of that stuff from getting out once the internet hit. So it wasn't going to be too much longer before it would be all over anyway. But that really sent wrestling into a downward spiral. Because now, like, if you watch old wrestling, like, you go back and watch wrestling from the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and even into the 80s, you see the entire family there, right? You see dads with their wives. You see lots of women. Wrestling used to be like 60% women, like in the 70s and earlier, like fans. And it was a thing people would go to, like, on the weekends. Every weekend they go to the fights. They go to the wrestling. And once the WWE put everyone out of work in the 80s, WWE or WWF got really popular, but everything else died. And ever since then, it's been on a downward spiral where there isn't anything else left. I know AEW's around, but even them, they're not like a huge thing. Until now, the only fans of wrestling are the super wrestling nerds that are into all the backstage stuff. You know what I mean? Like that's all that's left. There isn't anyone else that cares about wrestling. And that's like a very niche crowd of people where you used to appeal to everyone. Wrestling used to be something everyone would like, everyone liked, everyone went to. And now it's just a very, very niche audience. And you're never going to get it back, you know. But you could with some legitimacy, but to make things a little more legitimate. The problem is, too, now people have seen MMA, right? MMA is very popular. Now people know what a real fight looks like, and they know it isn't wrestling. So that as soon as you see an armbar in wrestling now, you know that in a split second, the other guy, once the armbar's on, that's a tap. Like no one just sits there and lets a dude keep an armbar on him, right? So now people know that. So wrestling's in a real tough situation, I think. In my opinion. But I have like all the old wrestling games from the 90s. Like those are all my, like, I love all those old games. Like I'm not, like, I probably have like 360 and earlier. I probably have like 80% of the wrestling games like made. Maybe 75. Even if you skip the cutscenes, you have to put up with the loading, some of it. So it's doing some loading in the background. Man. I actually got a clean hit on there. But all he dropped is just like, those are just like little 10-point orbs. They're not even worth, they're not worth like stopping to suck him up because he's going to smash you. Oh, he just took that. You're curious to make a wrestling game? Dude, I would love to make a wrestling game. I could make the best wrestling game. If there's anything I know, well, that's not true, but sorry, I shouldn't have coughed into the mic. Let me have a drink of water. Sure, any hints you got for this? Like I said, I watched a playthrough of a guy do it. And he just sort of fended him off with the spear until the cutscene happened. I don't know whether or not... Like, he did hit him, I guess, a few times. But I don't know whether or not that was part of what you have to do. It's my guess is it's just time. It's just a timer. And you have to survive until that amount of time. Yeah. And like I say, the guy that had it in the video, he had like a health bar like a third bigger than mine at least. So he must have found he had a bunch of hidden like health extends. And he had 2 healing items. And for, not just that, he had a full health bar. And he had 2 healing items and he used them. That's a long time. Like 2 minutes and 30 seconds is like a really long time. But if there's anybody that can do it, right, it's me, obviously. It'll be really satisfying when it happens. I've been working through my my Hero Quest stuff. I got the last expansion, the Ogre one. It's pretty cool. Gotta wait for him to commit and then circle around. Oh, I can't. I try to block that, but you can't block that one. It's unblockable. Somber music for this fight, though. It's a bit crazy that you can't go back. I mean, you could go back if you did. Well, no, you can't go back. I mean, you didn't have to save there. I mean, I didn't realize I couldn't go back. I probably would have put like a second save slot had I known I couldn't go back. But I mean, this is what you get too, I guess, you know. A lot of people probably just sort of automatically cycle their save slots. I never do that. I always just use one. I live dangerously on the edge, you know. It honestly wouldn't be so bad if the controls... I'm a big proponent of tank controls. Like, I think they actually work in many, many situations. This fight is not one of them. It's a problem in this fight. My brain, I mean, it could be a brain problem. Obviously, it could be just my brain that just can't cope with the changing tank controls. But yeah, see, it's not exactly tank controls because tank controls, it isn't actually tank controls. It's changing with the view. That's the problem. If it was tank controls, it would probably be better. There's a few examples where it's pretty good. But yeah, it's not really a, like, tank controls are not really, it can be fast-paced. I mean, this game is kind of fast-paced, like when you're in combat and stuff. But you're not very accurate. You don't have, like, that accuracy that you'd have with a different control scheme. So it isn't really great for that kind of thing. Yeah, it does happen. There's a couple spots in this fight where you can get in a spot where you can't see yourself. I'm just watching this for it again because I don't know why. See that? There's no way that should have been a hit. I mean, the more I can just do this with him, right, is better. Like, just... I definitely pressed the block button there. I guess I have to remember I have magic too. I should be using it. You know, honestly, I think we got this. This is fine. It's just fine. Except when he's freaking out like this. Relax, buddy. Oh, I tagged him with a knife. Improperly, you can see their targeted data or whatever. Isn't that you're that's kind of like Parasite Eve, yeah? I just said that sounds kind of a little bit like Parasite Eve. Yeah, Parasite Eve. I even liked. I even liked the third. What was the third one? Third Birthday. I thought that was good. I mean, the best defense magic we have is the whirlwind against him. So maybe I should be using that weapon. Maybe I don't need the spear. Let's change it. Let's put it on. Man, I wish I had. If I just had some healing, that'd be all right. It is my lowest level weapon, but I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just a time thing. Wasted that. Don't stop. He almost installed. Oh, yeah. Oh, third birthday. Yeah. Yeah, it was a bit. I can't remember exactly what the controls were, but I remember they were a little awkward, but I did get used to them. I think eventually. I mean, there's only one analog stick on the PSP, right? Is that what it was? Was the camera like shoulder buttons or was it left and right? I can't remember now. But I thought it was pretty good. Oh yeah, that's right. So you couldn't like look and move at the same time kind of thing, right? But there was like a recenter behind you button, I think, which is key. That was unblockable. His red stuff that has little red trails is unblockable. I gotta switch. Oh my god, I think I'm dead. Okay, we're good. Oh, there's a biggie. What's that? Just let me out of this corner, please. Couldn't get out of the corner. Can arrows hold him back? No. I tried arrows. They don't do anything. They're so slow. They're slow. He blocks it. He always blocks them. And then he just gets up close, and then you're screwed because you got to put a weapon on. I think arrows are not the key, not the plan. I'm actually not like frustrated or anything. I'm kind of enjoying trying this right now. Just taking my time. Man, there's somebody like blaring Bollywood music out here right now. No, 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 heal you. No, 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 you. Yeah, it feels doable, that's why. Like, I feel like I'm not keeping track of how long it's been. It's so hard. Like, every second here feels like an hour. But I don't know why I walked back into that. I mean, you know who makes the best like action movies right now? It's Bollywood. I mean, there's a movie called It's just called like OM. I think it's on YouTube, the whole movie. And it's incredible. It's like full Rambo. At one point, he takes a chain that's attached to a helicopter and he swings the helicopter into a building. The tiger punching movie. Who's they? I don't know what the tiger punching movie is. Look at that kick, by the way, that happens while the screen is black. Just trapped in that against that pillar. Pillar's a problem. That pillar and then the rock that's on the screen too gets me. This rock. I'm doing bad, by the way. By the way, this charge, see how my weapon is glowing? That uses the pressure sensitivity of the triggers on the PS2. Like, what other I mean, Metal Gear and then what? There might be like a certain distance that's like the most liable to get him to just pace. Gotta equip my other weapon here. Oh, I have no idea. Shadow of Rome? Yeah. Shadow of Rome. Shadow of Rome is awesome except for the stealth parts. And I always stop playing at the stealth parts. Also, Shadow of Rome is the is Dead Rising. That's where Dead Rising came from. Let me out of the spot, man. Get out of here. No, I was doing good there. I feel like I was doing good. Yeah, Shadow of Rome 2 got scrapped and it became Dead Rising. So it's like the same engine or whatever. You got about a minute 30 there, and I need another minute? Is that what you're saying? Oh, man. Well, let's take another water break. 2 minutes is enough. I could just bring it up on my phone and then timestamp when he does it and timestamp when it's over. But it doesn't really matter because I'm not watching the clock, right? Like I'm living in the moment, you know? So. But when I think about stuff like this, I think, listen, I beat Dark Souls. Let me run down all the manly man games I beat. Dark Souls 2, Demon Souls, Cuphead, which I feel like is a manly game. There's more, isn't there? Ninja Gaiden. I didn't beat Lion King though. Man, you gotta beat Lion King. Lion King's hard. I've beaten it before though. Like I beat it back in the day. I know I did. Yeah, that guy, yeah, you blocked that, huh? All right. Yeah, sure you did. Sure you did. Yeah, you totally blocked it. Yeah, you totally blocked it. Well, I beat the Xbox one. That's what I'm talking about. That's the one I beat. No. Is that him? Please be it. That's health. Sometimes it's hard to tell what's health and what's... Like, I'm not even out of my animation from the whirlwind, and he's attacking me. So then I suppose my point then is this. If I can beat those, why can't I beat this? Like, it's not even beating it. All I got to do is get past this one part. And then maybe the rest of the game is even easier. It probably is. It's probably way easier than this part. You know what I haven't played yet is the Cuphead DLC. Mechanical spoiler? Sure, I guess. It's so hard just to run by him. This is turning into a bad attempt, isn't it? Man. Oh, you think there's a chance that saves are going something happens with saves or something? Oh. Yeah. Well, that's not something I didn't feel like this was going to be the last time I saw this, so it's not too surprising. We'll just watch the cutscenes again, just to soak in this monumental occasion. Is this guy's name Gorgonzolas? I was also saying too that I wish this had the Japanese voices, because I'm pretty sure these games are voiced by like really good Japanese voice actors, like famous people, or at least the first one was.
What? Your eyes reveal that
Like this
you are
guy's like a real
thrilled to encounter a man who is stronger than
movie actor, I think.
Whatever.
Like the hero dude.
So, let's get started. My name is
Gorgondantes,
the greatest swordsman of all demons.
So you say.
I wonder if I can do that every time if I block that overhead chop that he does. I wonder if it's that struggle every time, because that struggle is a good time waster too. No, actually, no. Gorgondantes. That was just stuff. That was just weird control issues. Let's change my weapon. Gorgondantes. Oh my god. I'm stuck in a corner. Oh, that's weird. Not quite dead. You're not quite dead. I'm feeling better. This is all this stream's going to be, isn't it? I mean, it could be worse. Could be playing well, what's that free-to-play one where like it's Japanese and everyone's a girl?
Your eyes betray you.
What?
Your eyes reveal
You think I could
that
pick?
you are
You think?
thrilled to
Do you
encounter
think
a man who
that
is
there's not a game that
stronger
I
than
could
you?
pick that you wouldn't like?
Whatever.
So, let's get started. My name is
It's just this
Golden Dauntless,
this.
the greatest swordsman of all.
It's like one of those free-to-play
demons.
games.
So you say.
I see a lot of ads for. It's always just like some girl running around a desert or something. It looks like a combat game, like something like this. But I think it's very popular. That's what I'm saying. And my original point was I'd rather be playing this. Both, huh? I just want to get myself in like a spot where I'm stuck in the scenery and you can't get me. Just want to cheese him out. Go get Dantes. Go get Dantes. Black Desert Online. That doesn't sound like it, but doesn't narrow things down. Man, like it's very popular. I don't think it's Black Desert Online. I think it's something else. Honkai Star. Those are not things I know. None of these things are things I know. No. I can't, like, this is actually, like, I actually think this is a very popular game. Like, I could be wrong that you have to be a girl. Maybe it's just like everyone is a girl. That's just the audience. But I don't. I think that's every picture I've ever seen of it is just like some girl running around in a desert, maybe fighting some enemies. Gorgonzolas. Naraka Blade Point. Ooh. No. I'm stuck in this corner, by the way. Alright, Gorgonzola. It's just you and me now. It's just you and me. I panicked. Now I'm stuck in the corner again. That's such a weird spot. I don't know why my brain just doesn't function between that rock and the wall. I have no magic left. Confusing him. I'm confusing him. Which way are you going? You going left? You going right? I don't know. I don't know which way you're going. Could be going anyway. I could be going in any direction at any time. Oh my god. Go away. Get away. Ah, with the knife. You can think of one thing you try? Yeah. I'd take 10% chance. You don't think I'd take a 10% chance? Let me see if I can just, like, Google. Like, how would you Google... like free to play. What'd you even call it? Like anime? It's kind of anime. Dude, Genshin Impact. I can think of one thing. Try standing on the line. Which line? Yeah, every video I looked at, I think I watched 3 videos of people fighting him. It was all just people that just outlasted him, like just had healing. That was the first. That was the first result for free-to-play anime game. Oh wow, man! I don't know. That sounds. How would I even know if it's working? I could try, but they don't seem to have a problem with the different camera angles. Cheap knife hit. The only one that is affected by camera angle is me. So, oh, it really does. I have literally never ever seen like a male character in a picture or a video or anything of that game. Ever once. Never, ever once. Man, I don't want to play and just be like the only dude and just be like running around. Everyone's like, "Oh, look at who's this weirdo?" Hold on. Okay, I'm back. No, I wasn't dead. I wasn't dead. I just I started laughing, and then it turned into like a choking situation. Not choke, but a cough. I had to uncough. I don't want to cough into the mic. What I'm trying to say is I was protecting your well-being. I didn't want to cough into the mic. Well, you know, when I beat this, it's going to be a big deal. The way he moves, I bet he doesn't have tank controls. Actually, he does seem like he walks exactly like me with the lock on. Man, if the camera angle didn't change, it wouldn't be so bad. But you back up here, and then you're like, I don't know where he is. You don't know where he is. Half the time, you just run right into him. That's the one thing I noticed that one of the guys that, or I guess all the guys, I don't remember. The one I specifically remember, he stayed in the middle and didn't run around and change the cameras a lot or at all. I say as I immediately go into a different camera. But the other thing is, fighting around this door is annoying because you get caught on the little things on the side of it, little pillars. There's always a small part of me that hopes he just never moves again. He gets stuck there. All right. He's trying to cut me off, you see. Smart. A little too smart. I hit the magic button? Yeah, I definitely hit the magic button there. Do 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 do. Bum 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 do 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 do. Keep asking me about this easy level stuff. Man, it must have been like an observation or something that people thought the first one was too hard. I don't remember the first one doing that. Like asking if you wanted to drop to easy. didn't like that. That upset him a little bit. Just his pride. He's obviously not hurt, but just his pride is hurt. If I just move erratically like this. Let's change weapons here. Oh, I couldn't back. I tried to back up, but I couldn't anymore because there was nowhere to back up to. It was just the sea, the open water. I'm in trouble now. I was doing so good too. Oh, you with the knife too? Yeah, that one was going pretty well till the end there. Around hollow with the word honesty. We'll use the honesty orb. Yes, I'll use the honesty orb. I like this cutscene though. This is a good cutscene. Too bad it is followed almost immediately by this fight. Gotta block right away because he kicks you when the screen is still. See? Yeah. No! Is he right there? Could have been. Oh, I got hit by the pillar. That's the infamous pillar. You know, they had to give him knives, right? Like, it's good enough, guys. Like, his not being able to be hurt and his sword that you can't block, and him canceling his animations to be able to block you so you can't, and then all that stuff's good enough. That's like good enough. That's good enough, guys. I don't need to give him knives. Are you nuts? The way he taunts me with his walk. What? I just wanted you to get away from me. That's health, by the way, just a little bit, but he did drop a little health. You know, I gotta be honest, it feels good, like, after I lost everything, like, all the computer died, and I lost all my old streaming settings and all my old stuff. I was, like, a little pretty upset, I guess. I felt like, well, I don't know, it's just, you know. Well, you know. Anyway, but now, like, streaming with nothing, not even any alerts or anything, it's, I don't know, I like it. Feels good. It's calming. It's relaxing. It's like streams just aren't relaxing anymore. There's just nonsense going on all the time. Sometimes you just want to have a video game and a black screen and a you know. Sometimes you just want that. Sometimes you just want that. Get away from me. I hope that knife isn't gonna hit me. Oh, look at how close you're throwing yours now. I can't. I have no way of knowing. Oh, you didn't like that. You did. I mean, it's okay. I'm still not, like, sad or anything. Everything's still hunky-dory. We've got to at least give it another go. I'm sure that I want to play normal. Yes. I'm very sure that that's what I want. I can't believe you can't turn that off. I can't believe they think you just need to be reminded every single time. It's literally after like 3 deaths. Like, what was this game made in 2018? Like, what is going on? I'm so screwed. All right, I think I'm gonna call it there. Even though I'm not like upset or anything, you know, like I'm fine. It's just I can tell that I'm starting to, my attention span for fighting this guy over and over is starting to fall. So rather than waste your time and mine, well, that's one thing I was saying was like was it? I couldn't remember if the first one had it. I don't think it did. So was there like a They must have had some sort of feedback that the first one was too difficult. You know what I mean? Because they must have did this for some reason. Like, there must have been some reason to do this. So, I don't know. But anyway, yeah. I don't want to go too as long between streams. It's just for various reasons, just haven't been streaming. So, you know, but I do want to come back. I want to finish this. Like, I want to beat this. So I can't just leave it like this. It's not going to be possible. So either this game will be finished or I will be dead. Those are the two options that exist before us. Hopefully it's the one about beating it. You have a good night, McDenny. And anyone else. Gotta sign out from this corner of the cosmos.